Superman, DCU, James Gunn. It came this summer. It made money. It went to streaming. It made money. And now it is on HBO Max. And we already know what the name of the sequel will be and when it's coming out. So James Gunn announced that we would be getting Superman Man of Tomorrow in July of 2027. Well, it appears, at least to the internet and fans, that he may have just leaked who the main bad guy will be. Let's take a look. All right, this is coming from comingsoon.net. Man of Tomorrow photo hints at who DCU movie's villain could be. So James Gunn has shared an image of the Man of Tomorrow script. Man of Tomorrow's forthcoming DCU movie, written by Gunn, serving as a follow-up to 2025 Superman. The movie is currently scheduled to be released in United States theaters in July 2027 from Warner Brothers Pictures and DC Studios. So, what picture did James Gunn share for Man of Tomorrow? On Twitter, Gunn shared a picture of Man of Tomorrow script, which notably has the image of an X-ray of someone's head on it. View it below. Oh. So Brainiac is clearly what everybody is thinking. Just looking at the image, people are probably thinking it's Brainiac. But let's keep reading. So, given the person's non-human brain is visible in the image, many have taken this as a sign that Brainiac will be the main antagonist in Man of Tomorrow. So here's the internet's reactions. Brainiac confirmed. It's definitely Lex and Supes versus Brainiac. James Gunn again. I've never been more confident that we're getting Brainiac. This is going to be insane. Oh my God. All right. So Brainiac's presence in the DCU movie has not been officially confirmed by Gunn at this time. However, it's been speculated that the Otto Binder and Al Palestino created character will play into the story ever since it was announced that Man of Tomorrow will see Superman and Lex Luthor work together in some capacity to defeat a greater threat. David Cornsweet reprises his role as Superman in Man of Tomorrow, while Nicholas Hoult is also returning as Lex Luthor. Further casting details have not been announced. Man of Tomorrow arrives on July 9th, 2027. Superman, meanwhile, is also available to stream on HBO Max, blah, 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 yada, 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 this, that, and the third. It's all messed up. I can't seem to get a moment. Every time I feel like things may get better, it only gets worse. I'm starting to realize it's me. So James Gunn, he knows what he's doing. And I can see how the fans would think that this is announcing Brainiac, and it could be. Or it could be just blatantly putting something out there to get us talking and throw us off the real antagonist. I don't know. However, here's my thoughts. Brainiac is a big deal, and I know a lot of people think he's too big, and he is more of a Justice League type bad guy, and I actually agree. However, Brainiac can come in phases, meaning he can start one way and grow into something that requires the entire Justice League. So I'm actually not completely against the idea of introducing Brainiac because per James Gunn's pictures, it's clear, at least I think it's clear, that it's going to require Superman and Lex Luthor to team up, similar to the Man of Tomorrow movie or animated film where that was the case. and it needs to be something big enough where Superman would actually be okay with partnering with Lex Luthor, and something like Brainiac makes sense because it's world destroying. But excuse me, I do also understand why some people may not want to see Brainiac so soon, but Brainiac could be there's not different versions, but he can level up. You understand what I'm saying? So he can start one way and then come back in a whole nother way, is what I'm saying. And so because of that, I think you can do Brainiac now. And also doesn't have to be just Brainiac, right? Brainiac could be introduced, but not necessarily the main antagonist. I don't know. Again, I think it's kind of wild that James Gunn would post that, knowing if he is in fact going to be introducing Brainiac. But also, James Gunn is a fan, and uh, he likes the interaction. And I think I wouldn't put it past him if he did in fact post this, because it is Brainiac, and he wants us getting excited, and he wants us looking forward to 2027. Um, and again, if it is, I'm not upset at all, because I think you could do a version of Brainiac that requires a team up only for him to come back in a whole nother manner, um, for a Justice League movie. And the reason why that's cool is because we're way away from a Justice League film. So you could introduce a Brainiac, get away from Brainiac, but also have the things leading up to Justice League build up to his return. Um, because we got some time, right? We still haven't introduced Batman. We haven't introduced Wonder Woman. We got so many characters to introduce, and we don't even know who is going to be on James Gunn's Justice League initially. So the point I'm trying to make is, if it is Brainiac, I'm here for it. Here's the only thing I don't want. I don't want them to utilize Brainiac, who is so big, um, as a bad guy for this one film and kill him off. He's too big for that. He's too big for that. And don't waste a huge, awesome character on one film. I'm good with bringing him up and then saving him for later, but don't kill him off after one movie. That's all I ask. But what do you all think? Do you think James Gunn's just trying to throw us off his trail, or is he in fact, as a fan, just putting it out there? Yep, it's Man of Tomorrow, and yep, it's going to be about Lex Luthor, Superman versus Brainiac. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor. If you like the content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And hit that little alarm button as well, so you can get alerted whenever I post new content. And also, do me a favor, share with other people who you think would like this content as well. We have a big goal of 1,000 subscribers we're trying to get to, and we need your help. Appreciate it. Till the next one. Peace.